Hello, boys and girls. I am here to review today's Simple Solutions lesson 21 with you. The first one says, fill in the missing denominator to show what fraction is shaded. Now, denominator is the bottom number of a fraction, and it tells us how much there is in all. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I hope for yours, don't peek and look at the rest, is 9. Your fraction would read 7/9. We are going to be doing elapsed time for number 2. Karina went for a walk at 4:30. And if you look, I put that as my start time right here. And she ended at 5:10. That's what time she got home. How long was her walk? The fancy vocabulary word for how long was her walk is called elapsed time. I know that it hasn't been an hour because an hour after 4:30 would be 5:30. I am going to add 30 minutes so that I can get to 5 o'clock. I know that there are 60 minutes in an hour. So if I added 30 minutes, that would be a total of 60 minutes, which would get us to our new hour. And in order to get from 5 o'clock to 5:10, I need to add 10 more minutes. So I hope that for this, you had a total of 40 minutes. Now, you can see my answer for number 3, since it is a subtraction problem. I went ahead and I solved it on my paper. I had to do some regrouping in my hundreds, my tens, and my ones. And your answer should be 134. For number 4, we are going to need to solve this together. On my paper, I took what was in the word problem. Cindy drove 224 miles, and I did a box. It says C for her name and then how much she drove. Lori drove 97 miles. I have that. Kendra drove 400. This is where we're getting to the question here. How many more miles did Kendra drive than Cindy and Lori together? The first thing we have to do here is find out how much Cindy and Lori have. So for step 1, I'm going to add their numbers. 224 plus 97. 4 plus 7 is 11. 1 plus 9. Oops, I realize you can't see that. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. Carry my 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So together, these ladies have 321, but I'm not finished because I want to know how much more Kendra has than their numbers combined. How much more tells me that I'm going to need to subtract. So I am going to make a number 2 right here because this is my second step. And I'm going to add with Kendra's number. And I'm going to subtract their total combined. Make sure my subtraction problem is nice and clear. I can't do 0 minus 1, and I can't regroup if I have nothing to take from. So I'm going to go all the way to my hundreds and make that a 3 and make that 10. But I'm not finished here because I still need to help out my ones place. So I'm going to make this a 9 and this a 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. 3 minus 3 is nothing. So we should have 79 as our answer here. Let's go back and look. It says write 2 number sentences. So we did. We have our first step and our second step, and we have solve for x. Saying to solve for x literally is just asking me to find the answer. For number 5, it asks for a base number for 900 plus 60 plus 7. I've done that right here, and I have gotten 967. I hope you were able to get that as well. Let's look at number 6 together. All right, I went ahead and I made some bars. I'm going to explain it to you. Joseph delivers newspapers to 213 homes, but so far he's delivered newspapers to 169 homes. This is how many homes in total that he needs to get to. How much more does he still have left? So I had my total is 213. This is how many has been delivered, but this is how much is left over. We have parts, but we're missing part, and we have the whole. So we're going to need to subtract 213 minus 169. If there's more on top, no need to stop. But if there's more on the floor, we're going to have to go next door. I'm going to make this a 0, and I'm going to make this 13. 13 minus 9 is 4. I can't do 0 minus 6, so I'm going to make this a 1 and this a 10. 10 minus 6 is 4, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So your answer for number 6, I hope that you had as 44. All right. I'm going to go ahead and show you my answers for these. For number 7, it was an addition problem. And I had to regroup in my tens and my hundreds, and my total was 816. For number 8, it asked us to find the shapes that are divided into 3 equal parts. I hope that you were able to see that the third and fourth shape are split evenly. And how I did this is I first drew a line to the middle, and I made it almost look like a backwards Y. And this one I made as a regular Y shape within a circle. That was my way of being able to draw it, if you need any help with that. For number 9, it was asking us to subtract. So this is what mine looks like right here. If I'm going too quick for you, remember you can always pause the video and slow it down so you can see it. I regrouped. My total here was 18 after subtracting. On the next line, number 10, it was asking us what 54 was closer to, and whenever I looked on my chart, it was closer to the number 50. I hope you got that. For number 11, let's look at that together. Teresa needs 6 inches of string for each bracelet. That means every single bracelet. Bracelet 1, bracelet 2. She wants to make 3 bracelets. How many inches will she need? Well, let's go ahead and think about this. Let's do, oops, I'm giving you all the answers. Goodness sakes. I'm going to make it so where I have 3 boxes, because remember, she's wanting 3 bracelets. This is bracelet 1, bracelet 2, bracelet 3. And early on, it tells us that she needs 6 inches for every bracelet. So that means this is going to be 6 inches, this is going to be 6 inches, and this is going to be 6 inches. How much is she going to need? How many inches of string will she need? Well, in order to do that, we can add. I know 6 plus 6 is 12 because I remember my doubles from my awesome teachers. And 12 plus 6, you can always count up, put 12 in your head. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Your answer here should be 18. Number 12, it was asking us for the base number of 500 plus 80 plus 6. I hope you got 586. Our last piece right here, number 13, I want to solve with you. Let's look at that up here. 13 says 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 means the same thing as 4 times 2, or 4 groups of 2. They both equal what number? So we have to tell what the answer is. Well, if we were to add this up on our paper, 2 plus 2 is 4. And 2 plus 2 is 4. And 4 plus 4 equals 8. Our answer here would be 8. For 14, I have that 831 is less than 381. So my crocodile is eating the bigger number. Which one shows 1/6 shaded? And that should be A. All right, boys and girls, we're finished.